Welcome back again, brothers and sisters. Blessings be. Namaste, Amitabha. Take a deep breath. As always, take a couple deep breaths so you can allow yourself to be present, to remain here, not wondering about things, not in the mind, just here, allowing yourself to just sink into your body, but not becoming the body, to sink into your pure observation, your breath, your presence, your love, your peace, your rest, your tranquility, your bliss. So we're keeping it real here. We're just going to keep it very real. And when we say keep it real, when we're out in the world and we're talking to our loved ones or friends, we always have this slang word, keep it real, or I'm keeping it real. And we say that when we're like being authentic or we're telling the truth, hence is keeping it real. But when I say we're keeping it real, I'm saying we're keeping it true to the self, the real reality, the reality of the pure perception that exists, not the personal reality. So when I say we're keeping it real, I'm coming from the space of the pure awareness, the foundation and the origin of who you are, not the keeping it real of what most common collective personal identified beliefs of how they feel and believe to be real. So we're keeping it real. And if you can handle keeping it real, then by now most know that all suffering is just the absence of not keeping it real, of not being true. That is keeping it real. I know it's hard to accept the truth sometimes because we realize that, man, most of my pain and most of my stress and most of my, problems and troubles, I was always thinking that there were things that happened to me, that I was somehow being a victim of, external circumstances, and that's why I was going through all these things. But the truth is that we were just identified with a certain condition and belief, and we were trying to control it. And things in the world weren't meeting our personal self's expectations, our need to control our circumstances and our actions and to get certain results weren't being met. So we blamed it on the external things, when in reality, the whole framework and construct of even that reality was fake. That wasn't real. That's not keeping it real. when you are lost in your thoughts and emotions and conditioned in the world, we will always feel like we are the victim. We will always feel like there's an unjust thing happening to us. But the truth is that nothing can be unjust. Nothing can be, you cannot be a victim to anything, because if you're a victim, first you need to admit that you are powerless, that there is some form or way that somehow someone's taking your power away, and that's never the case. You're never powerless. There's no way that anything can take your power, because the simple fact that you being who you are is a powerful source, the original source of life. You are the baseline to what all power can even be experienced. Without you, even the word power and all the things that come with it don't even exist. They're irrelevant. And I want to keep it real with you in this way, in the way that we don't need to try to cater to the personal self no more. I don't feel the need to continue to just give you information or knowledge or just more stuff for the personal self to remain, and the personal self to feel like they got it, when the reality and the truth is that the personal self is the one that doesn't have it. And the whole point of waking up and being in your true realization is that there is a soul, a consciousness that is greater than that one trying to gain knowledge, that one trying to gain uh, all of the information. Most people, when they first start their journey, they're still very embodied in the reality of they are their body, they are their thoughts, they are their emotions. So as they continue to follow their path, it's to to keep that personal self, but just have that personal self be more enlightened, have that personal self be more in line with spirit. And the whole time they're just trying to develop the personal self to be more spiritual, to be more healed. And a lot of the times it feels like you do make great progress and that you are getting somewhere, and you do end up having sometimes experience of like great bliss and peace and whatnot. But you come to notice that it is not sustainable, that it is only still limited by circumstances. And what I am saying is that you need to go past just wanting to be spiritual from the personal self. It needs to be the liberation of the personal self. And that is keeping it real. That is the truth. That maybe not everyone will attain. And it's not because not one person is more gifted or one person is less gifted, but it's just the simple fact that not everybody is devoted, truly devoted to being free and truly committed to themselves, because there will be some challenges, there will be some tests that you will come across where the mind will feel like it's too much. Personal self will be like it gets challenged too much, and it's too invested in the world, it's too invested in the personal self, it's too invested in its identity. Maybe you're invested in your title, in your finances, in your role, and you come to realize that the deeper you go in, that you have to kind of let go of all this and really, really be in a vulnerable state of trust and a deep knowing that is what it is. A deep, deep knowing that you are one with everything and nothing can be against you. And that's why you trust the process and trust the flow and trust the universe and God and yourself, that things will work out, that you don't need to control them, that you don't need to try to have this sense of strategy and mental thoughts and emotional investment to get what it is you want. And it's a whole different paradigm shift, and it's keeping it real. And this is the not so bright side of spirituality, because although it is all bliss and all beauty, getting there is gonna be muddy. It's gonna be some turbulence, but you got this, because this is all just the experience that we signed up for. When you decided to incarnate into this very identified physical reality, that you were gonna almost forget who you are and be born in a collective consciousness of people that are very identified with only their physical body and their thoughts. So you not knowing who you are, or actually being born into a place where you forget who you are, and that's the collective baseline. And as a child, you start to get those thoughts and vibrations, then it is a challenge for many to return home. But you got it. If you're still watching, you got it. If you're still here, you got it. You are it. There's actually nothing to get. You are just it. And I celebrate you. I celebrate life with you. I love you all. It is such an honor and blessing to be here in this world, experiencing it as it is, experiencing myself as I am, and experiencing you as you are, from the heart, nothing else. Blessings, everyone. I love you so much. Peace you are. Blessed you are. Namaste. Om. Amitabha.